Need some spicy Time Spiral Remastered reprints? Maybe some cool old border cards? Well, you can pre-order Time Spiral Remastered now from our sponsor Card Kingdom by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, winter is coming to Modern. We are playing some Narfi Sultai Snow, so let's take a quick look at the deck, jump into some games, see it in action. Alright, so here is our Sultai Narfi Snow deck, and I gotta say, I'm actually pretty hyped for this deck. There's a lot of good snow payoffs now, and I think there might actually be a decent snow deck in Modern. So when Narfi won the poll, I considered zombies, but zombies, we've done them before. They're kind of normal. Snow, we have done much, much less. So here's a plan of the deck, and essentially every single card in our deck is some sort of snow payoff or snow support card. So of course, Narfi gives us a Snow Lord, hard to kill, permanently coming back from the graveyard for 3 mana. To go along with Narfi, we have Merit Lage's Slumber, which since every creature in our deck is a snow creature, and every land that makes mana, let's say, in our deck, we have some fetch lands to find them, is a snow land. It's pretty easy for us to get to 10 permanents, and then make a 20/20 indestructible Merit Lage. We also just get to scry every turn, which offers a ton of value. Then we have an absurd amount of card advantage in the deck. Frostaugur, Scrying Sheets, let us put snow cards into our hand from the top of our library for a cheap price. 3 Seasons can help mill Narfi and get us back snow cards. Jorn, we can either play it as a creature, which we do on occasion to double up our mana, or we can play it as Called Ring to get back more snow stuff from the graveyard. Then we have our big snow finishers. Ascendant Spirit eventually becomes huge and draws us cards. Abominable Treefolk always impresses me. It's usually just like a 4 mana 8/8 trample or something like that. They can get even bigger at closeout games. Ice Fang Coatl, not really big, but Death Touch lets it snipe attackers and it draws us a card. Otherwise, maybe the best card in this entire deck is Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter in a deck with all snow permanents and creatures and all snow lands is usually a 3 mana Hard Wrath that is one-sided. It doesn't kill any of our stuff, so we just wrath your board and then attack you with our Tree Folks and our Narfis and our random janky snow stuff and kill you. Mana base wise, we talked about Scrying Sheets. Otherwise, it's a bunch of fetch lands to get exclusively snow-covered lands. One each of the snow-covered duels. Coming into play tapped is pretty painful, and then a bunch of snow-covered basics that we can tutor up with our fetch lands. Sideboard, Force of Negation, Thoughtseize for control, bunch of removal for aggro, some life gain, some graveyard hate, and that is Sultai Narfi Snow for Modern. That's our Against Odds deck for this week. So let's jump into some games. Narf round. Is winter coming to Modern? Let's find out. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. All right, Against the Odds time. We are bringing some winter to our opponents in Modern, playing some Sultai Narfi Snow. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to keep this. It is a lot of lands. I think we're going to keep it, because if we're up against a creature deck, which Llanowar Elves would suggest, oh my god, another one. If we're up against a creature deck, Dead of Winter is just absurd. And Llanowar Elves is a good side. If this is Elves, I'm not sure if our opponent can beat this hand. Beat land, War Master, yeah, and Elvish Mystic. Okay, opponent passes. Well, Snow-Covered Forest. Go. Opponent. Oh boy. Run out your entire hand, opponent. Every card. Let's see them all. Each and every one. Opponent. Show us a Lord. Realm Walker. Okay. Well, we're the Elf Assassins. Yeah. Oh, opponent's gonna cry. They're gonna cry. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Yeah. Run that out. Good. Yeah. More the better. Opponent. Combat. Well, we will ascend into a 2/3 Snow Spirit and then get a 20 for 1 or something. Yeah. Ascend. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. And we got backup in case our opponent can rebuild. Opponent's thinking, oh, they're not doing anything. We're so far ahead. Little do they know winter is coming. Prismatic Vesta. Crack it. Snow-covered swamp. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so ye old 7 for 1, and hit ya. We're so good against elves if we draw dead. Oh, we've drawn all lands too. We're like massively flooding, but it doesn't really matter if you have Dead of Winter. Opponent reveals a Dwynnian's Elite. Oh, runs out a very sad Dwynnian's Elite and passes. We draw 3 Seasons. You know what? I think we actually just keep ascending. Go to combat, attack, ascend, hit ya. Polluted Delta, go. Opponent, Shaman of the Pack. Yeah. Goes combat. Wow, are we just gonna max this? I think we are. Well, crack crack this. Polluted Delta, get a Ice Tunnel, take our beats, well, Ascend, again. I don't think our opponent can kill us next turn. Hit ya, draw a card, Woodland Chasm, go. I mean, it probably is worth pointing out that this entire game, we played a 1-drop, and we played a Ascendant Spirit. That's it. That's all. And a post scoops it up. That's it. We played 5 lands, a 1-drop, in Dead of Winter. And that was a very easy win. Oh, we're the Elf Assassins. Elves do not like winter. Bring in Fatal Pushes and Ether Gus. We'll go down. 3 Seasons, a bit slow. Jorn, probably a bit slow. Maybe 1 Narfi, probably a little bit snow. One more Dead of Winter. Or 3 Seasons, leave the Dead of Winter. It's probably like that. Little snow for the matchup. Alright, well, we got Dead of Winter, so life is good. Life is good. We will keep opponent, land, and Manador. Well, Polluted Delta, crack it, Snow-Covered Island, and Ascendant Spirit, go. Opponent, Peatland, War Master, yeah, and Nettle Sentinel, yeah. Opponent, pass it. I'm a little concerned about choke, so I think we just pass. We're gonna pass this turn, stay on defense. We can grow the Ascendant Spirit. And if our opponent has choke, we can not tap our island. Because we really do want to Wrath next turn. Potent, Shaman of the Pack. Wow, this is looking just a tiny bit like last game. Potent hits us to 14. Makes another elf. Unfortunately, winter's still coming. Well, fortunately for us. Unfortunately for our opponent. Get a Snow-Covered Forest. Ascend. Untap. Snow-Covered Swamp. Dead of Winter. Just a little 6 for 1. Hit ya. Oh boy, this matchup seems good. Seems good for Snow. Opponent. Passing. Well, Prismatic Vesta. Merit Lacious Slumber. Scry. Polluted Delta. Bottom. Hit ya. Well, now we might as well leave up Ether Gust, and with what we got going on, I mean, I think this is just like essentially over now. Opponent. Untaps. Nettle Sentinel, sure. I don't even think that's worth an Ether Gust at the moment. Well, crack this. Snow-Covered Island. Polluted Delta to the bottom. Untap. Land. Scry. Misty. Yeah, that might be worth it. We'll keep it. Play a Jorn. 8 snow permanents. So, in theory, this gets us to Merit Lage. 10 permanents for Merit Lage next turn. Hit ya. And we get to leave up Ether Ghost this turn. Pout it down to 12. Untaps. Ooh, land number 3. What you got? Shaman of the Pack. Well, it's fine. We'll just Ether Gust Nettle Sentinel. Take what? But now we get to have a sweet turn. Opponent hits us. Oh, this turn's sweet. So we get to Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Get a Woodland Chasm. Scry. And we'll keep Quaddle. Narfi, the Night King, has arrived. Keep Quaddle. Go to combat. Attack you. The sad part is I think we're going to kill our opponent before... Merit Lage can go off. Because opponent goes to 4, and now we get to Abominable Tree Folk. Tap down the Shaman of the Pack. Keep the Quaddle. And yeah, I mean... Yeah, I think we're probably decent against decks like Elves. Dead of Winter is insane. Opponent scoops it up. Well, yeah. Against creature decks, Dead of Winter is a magic card, and that wasn't even close. That was a dominating performance for Narfi and friends. Well, not bad. Get them Nightwalkers. All right, against the odds time, we are Sultai snowing in Modern. Some Narfi action. Opponent passes. Let's just Ice Tunnel go. All right, Boros a opponent. Sacred Foundry tapped and passes. Let's just Snow-Covered Forest. I think we pass for now when flashing Quaddle. About it. Ooh, Paladin and Vex, spicy. Is our opponent playing Boros Knights? That's interesting. Well, Iceman Quaddle. Bad news for our opponent is that, Dead of Winter seems really good against their deck. We will... What are we going to do here? Let's play Frost... Oh my god, I can't tap mana properly. Let's play Frostdogger. Snow-Covered Island. 3 Seasons. Please mill some snow cards. Yeah, that works. Alright, Snow-Covered Island Quaddle's fine. We can accept that. Get in with Quaddle. Oh man, Dead of Winter is an insane magic card in some matchups. Like, it's essentially 3 mana Plague Wind in a snow deck. Like, it is absurd. It is absurd. Opponent gonna hit us. We are going to accept the beats. Yeah, down to 18. Nice thing about playing against a deck like this in Modern is less likely to get Ember Cleaved. Alright, get back Quaddle, get back Snow-Covered Island. I think we activate this now because we actually really want to... We would prefer to discard a Narfi. Oh my god, it's a fetch land. Alright. Well, we're not going to get to discard it this turn. Well, that's Misty. Go to combat, attack. Well, at least we know. We know there's a land that we don't want on top of our deck, so we can crack the fetch and draw something different next turn. And then next turn we can get down the Nerfster. Well, take one. And I mean, we can Fatal Push something if we need to. I guess we might Fatal Push the Paladin and Vec. We'll see. Opponent goes to combat, attacks. Yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well. Crack this. Snow-Covered Island. Fatal Push. Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god, it has protection from black. Alright, Ice Vein Quaddle. We could have gotten to do it. Oh my god. No one plays Paladin and Vec. No one. No one. No one ever. Alright, opponent passes. Okay, our opponent got us there. Do we have to choose 3? Looks like yes. Well, in that case, Snow-Covered Island. I think we wait on Narfi. I think instead we play the Tree Folk, which is going to be absolutely massive. Abominable Tree Folk's big! It is big! It's so big. It's a 9/9, and it's going to get bigger. Like, Tree Folk is insane. If it lives, go to combat. Attack, attack. I don't think we're going to play Ascendant Spirit here. I think instead we're just going to activate Frost Dogger. I don't know. It is possible our opponent's playing Wraths. Knights have some indestructible stuff. Really not 100% sure what our opponent's deck's doing. I do know that whatever they're doing, probably going to get wrecked by Dead of Winter. Opponent really needs to kill this Tree Folk, or they're going to be in deadly shape next turn, I want to say. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's going to be a 13-13 trample. That's a magic card. That's a magic card, opponent. Okay. Well, that is a way to deal with an Abominable Tree Folk. Well, let's Frost Dogger. Get a Snow-Covered Swamp. Untap. Yeah, we don't have a way to kill this, so... I mean, I guess this means we just have to attack with the Tree Folk and let it kill itself? That's awkward. I mean, I guess it's kind of fine, though, because we're going to be able to... 1, 2, 3... So I think we play Ascendant Spirit. Level... Actually, you know what? Let's Narfi. We're a Narfi deck. Let's play Narfi. Narfi. Go. Yeah, Pariah actually really saved our opponent. Like, they would have been dead. Opponent plays a tap land. And then next turn, we can play the backside of Jorn and get back Tree Folk. I mean, I feel a little bad for our opponent because... we're playing 4 Dead of Winters, and it's so absurd. Like, right now, like, it's hard to overstate just how insane this card is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, awkward, but sure. And the Paladin and Vex survives. Well, good news is we're going to have this backside-of Jorn to rebuild. We go to 13. Opponent passes. Well, we will play Cold Ring, Scrying Sheets, Tree Folk, cast it, tap down the Paladin again, pass the turn. I'm a little scared now that we saw Blasphemous Act. That could mean there's like, we're at 13. That could mean there's like Stuffy Doll combos that are going to kill us. Our opponent is playing surprisingly few permanents for being a Knight deck. About it. Gideon Jura. Oh my god, and it destroys the Tree Folk. Okay. Yeah. Wow, are we gonna just lose to this Gideon? We might. I can't believe this is happening. Well, we will play Frost Dogger. We will replay Tree Folk. Tap down the Knight past the turn. Yeah, I'm actually a little scared now. About it. Core Firewalker. Sure. My opponent is prepared for burn. This is like pro-red tribal. So it's not Knights. It's like a pro-red deck. Opponent kills a Tree Folk. Passes. Ooh, Slumber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, let's play Merit Lage's Slumber. Scry. 3 seasons. You know what? I actually think we keep that. Dead of Winter. Get rid of the Dorks. Pass the turn. We might jump block this Gideon. Well, now our hope is to put in a Quaddle end of turn. All right, Volcanic Fallout. Well, we'll see. We're down to 11, and this hits us for 6. Maybe we end up getting burnt out in a weird way. Opponent, Gideon. Sure, hits us. Down to 5. Yeah. All right, fair enough. Sure. All right. Perhaps the jankiest one I've ever seen, but fair enough. So we will... I honestly don't think we change anything. Like, I think we just absolutely wreck this deck. It didn't happen that game, but that was we'll bring in 2 Force Negations, I guess. It didn't happen that game, but I actually think that was an incredibly weird set of circumstances that we just didn't know to expect, essentially. Like, we didn't know that we were supposed to be worried about Blasphemous Act and other cards that our opponent had in their deck, so I actually think, well, I mean, who knows? That's why you play the games. So opponent, I have no idea what their deck is. Boros, protection from red, something. All right, so we'll bring in a couple Force Negations, keep our other stuff, and trust that does not happen again. Well, tip the hat to the opponent. It's always good to see Janky Brews do their thing. We will play first, and, well, I guess we keep this. Yeah, so we will Misty Raid Force, go. Opponent. Well, we just know that we need to value our life total more. I think that was a problem last game is we weren't really valuing our life total because we thought our opponent was Knight Tribal, when actually they're kind of like a really weird take on burn is what I would consider it. Well, let's Merit Legious Slumber. Get some scrying going. Yeah, let's go bottom. I don't think we need the Misty here. Pass the turn. Opponent. Inspiring Vantage. And Rest in Peace. Well, thankfully the graveyard is not actually essential to our deck's plan. We will Prismatic Vesta, crack Prismatic Vesta, Snow-Covered Forest, Scry, 3 Seasons definitely going bottom now, Jorn, Scry, Ascendant Spirit bottom. We actually do want to draw land. Pass the turn. Opponent. Core Firewalker. Sure. So we draw land. Let's Polluted Delta, crack it, get a Snow-Covered Swamp, Scry. I think we actually keep this because we can... Oh, we can't. Well, we're going to keep it anyway. Icefang Quaddle. I guess this still kind of works. Not as well as we would have liked because we only have 1 blue mana, but... So, Icefang Quaddle, draw a card, scry, keep Ascendant Spirit, draw it, go to combat, attack, untap, play Ascendant Spirit, scry. I mean, I guess we keep the Tree Folk. Pass the turn. Opponent draws the land. Definitely Clarion. Sure. This is one of the jankier things I've ever seen anyone try. Opponent hits us for 2 down to 50. Well, we will play Abominable Tree Folk, tap down the Firewalker, scry. Definitely keeping scrying sheets. Pass the turn. Opponent, Paladin, and Vet. Sure. Well, I think we're gonna have to wait on Narfi. I think we're gonna Wrath here. So play scrying sheets, scry. Let's bottom Ascendant Spirit, Dead of Winter, sweep our opponent's board, hit you for 7, pass the turn, opponent, finds a pariah, sure. Well, let's attack with a Tree Folk, lose the Tree Folk, play another Tree Folk, scry. I don't think we need another Dead of Winter, go. Opponent. Alright, blows up the Slumber. That's actually okay because I don't know if we can afford to get a 20/20 Indestructible against an opponent that's playing, Pariah. I kind of feel like that might just beat us. Well, play Narfi, hit ya, opponent, kills the Narfi. Well, we're still gonna hit ya. Down to 10. That's fine, we got another Narfi. Opponent, untaps, and passes. Well, Prismatic Vesta, play Narfi, attack ya, opponent kills Narfi. Well, hit ya for 6. Down to 4. Pass the turn. Can you deal with the snow monster, opponent? Alright, the answer is no. Well, that was a weird game. Our opponent managed to, not really draw any lands. You know what? I think we gotta go down the Slumbers. I think that making a 20/20 against Pariah is just too risky. So let's bring in Ether Gus and other Force Negation. And forget about Slumber this matchup. This is not the matchup to make a 20/20 Indestructible that you can't deal with. Alright, we're gonna keep this. We need to hit a land, but if we hit 1 land, this hand becomes pretty good. Sacred Foundry tapped. Opponent, pass it. That's a land. Well, play the land, play Frostdogger, go. Opponent, Rugged Prairie, and passes. Well, Snowcovered Island, play a Frostdogger, go. Alright, we would like non-blue lands. Maybe should have been more specific with our deck. I mean, hitting any land is good, but we do need non-snow at some point. Opponent's passing, well, Frostdogger. Alright, Snow-Covered Swamp, that's the start. Untap. Yep, play Misty, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Well, let's Frost Dogger, get a Tree Folk. Frost Dogger, Snow-Covered Swamp. Crack this, get a Woodland Chasm, untap. Now, play Snow-Covered Swamp. And yeah, let's play the Tree Folk. And start attacking. Boot it. Alright, Volcanic Fallout, sure. Wow, alright, look at our opponent go. Look at him go. I mean, that's fine-ish. We can 3 seasons them back at this point. Opponent, no, not part of the plan. Counter Gideon, untap. Well, now we're drawing too many lands. 3 seasons, mill some cards. Snow-covered island, go. All right, well, we have drawn a lot of lands now. We'll see what our opponent has. We really need no Rest in Peace this turn. Okay, no Rest in Peace is good. That's exactly what we were hoping for. So we get to get back Narfi. Now 3 seasons is at least a draw to you. Ooh, and a Jorn. All right, so get back Frost Dogger and Abominable Tree Folk. Snow-covered Forest. Go to combat. Attack you. Play Cold Ring. Replay Ascendant Spirit. And, yeah, let's pass for now. Pass and level up. Pote it. Plays a land. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we gonna get to, go off with Ascendant Spirit? That would be pretty sweet. Opponent's deck seems like it should be insane against all the mono red and prowess decks running around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, play Snow-covered Swamp. Ascendant Spirit. Go to combat. Attack you. And fully ascend. I just don't know what our opponent has in their deck. Like, we could get Deflecting Palmed or something. I'll draw a card. Hit you past the turn. All right, well, opponent needs a Wrath. Oh, another planes for our opponent. Do they have a Wrath? All right. Well, Pariah does keep our opponent alive for a turn. Well, hit you with the Ascendant Spirit. It's going to die. Let's play 3 seasons. Mill some cards. Play Frost Dogger. Rimewood Falls. Go. We'll just get back a Coatl end of turn. About it. Ghost Quarter. Oh, that was close. We got to see our opponent's deck do its thing in game 1. But we also got to see the power of Snow. Like, Snow has some powerful threats. So we got to see the power of Snow in game 2 and game 3. Oh, scary matchup to play against just because there's so many. I don't know what to expect. Our opponent's playing a Brew, and whoo, hard to know what to expect. I will say our opponent's deck looks sweet, and I could see how having a bunch of pro-red stuff would be good against some of the top tier decks in the meta. So yeah, sweet. On to the next. All right. Against the odds time, we are snowing in Modern. Some Sultai Narfi Snow. Yeah, alright. So we will start playing snow stuff. Pluto Delta, crack it. It is important to think about your fetches with this deck because we don't have that many dual lands. We're mostly fetching basics because we want to have as much snow as possible. Boot it. Sheltered Thicket. Yeah, what do we draw? More lands. Well, let's just play Woodland Chasm. Pass the turn, see if we can draw a card with Frost Dogger. I think that's better than attacking for 1. We have a pretty high hit rate. Like, odds are in favor of this being draw a card. Opponent, land. And what is our opponent playing? Some sort of like Primeval Titan deck, maybe? Well, let's Frost Dogger. Draw a card, please. No. Alright. Untap. Yeah, let's just Misty and pass, I think. We could slam Jorn, but I feel like Jorn's just gonna die to a bolt, most likely. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Ooh, Trio. Alright. Sure. Cycles Tranquil Thicket. Some sort of a Loam deck, probably. Perhaps. Wooded Foothills for our opponent. And passing. Well, let's Frost Dogger. Pre-fetch. Take the Slumber. Untap. Play Snow-covered Swamp. Play a Merit Lage's Slumber. Pluto Delta to the bottom. And, yeah, pass the turn. I mean, I think we got a plan, and our plan is to try to make it 20-20. We also can start playing Narfis and whatnot next turn. Manamorphose. I have no idea what our opponent's doing over there. Sure. Blue-green. Grow Spiral. Oh, is this just like a Nexus deck? That's not that exciting. Opponent, yeah, it's a Triome. No, spell-based combo is not the matchup we want to play. We want to play creature decks. Opponent, Renin 6. Gives back a land, plays the land, cracks the land, Forest, and Azusa. Alright, and a tap land, and opponent's pass it. Well, let's crack Misty, get a Snow-covered island, Scry, Jorn to the bottom, Frost Dogger, fetch land, unfortunately on top. Well, Fatal Push, Azusa, untap, Snow-covered Forest. Forest. Scry. We will keep the Tree Folk. We will play Narfi. Well, we'll see. We can hit Ren and 6 for 2, which is something. Scry. Keep the Tree Folk. Go to combat. Hit ya. Pass the turn. I'm worried about what disaster is about to befall us, though. Like, opponent's doing a lot of ramping. That is making me pretty afraid. Mox Amber, okay. Sure. Gets back a cycling land. Cycles. I just don't know what our opponent's working towards. There's got to be some sort of big ramp payoff that we're not seeing. Manamorphose, okay. No idea what's happening about it. Adds blue and green. And Shadow of Doubt cycles. What is happening about it? Chalice on 1. Sure. And a Jace. Alright, this is actually fine for us, because we get to play Abominable Tree Folk. Tap down the Jace. No one expects or beats the Abominable Tree Folk. Well, Path to Exile, I guess, beats, but we'll keep Ascendant Spirit on top. Tap down Jace. We will draw Ascendant Spirit. Snow-covered island. Scry. We'll keep scrying sheets. Ascendant Spirit. Oh yeah, that's right, gets countered. Just kidding. Maybe leaving the on top was not the best plan. Kill Red at 6. Pass the turn. Well, we're up to 11 snow permanents. And 11 snow permanents means Merit Lage time? Yeah, leaving that 1-drop on top was well, I mean, it wouldn't be a and against odds without me giving you something to yell at me about. About it. Growth Spirals, sure. Land and Cracks. Stomping Grounds, untapped, down to 14. Growth Spiral. I mean, I guess the bigger problem for our opponent is they might just be dying to what we currently have on board. Yeah, all right. Still not 100% sure what our opponent's doing. Still really don't know. Okay, so, well, Dead of Winter didn't seem great, so we'll trim that. Probably go 1 Narfi. Bring in Force of Negations. And Thought Seizes? Or do we want Graveyard Hate? Is Graveyard Hate better? I don't know what our opponent's doing. What do we see? We saw a Jace, a Ren and 6, and a bunch of ramp spells. What is our opponent trying to do with their deck? There's no Field of the Dead anymore. It didn't look like a Veil. I don't know. I actually have literally no idea. You know what? Let's bring in Thought Seize so we can try to see what our opponent's doing. Are we going to regret only having 2 Fatal Pushes? Let's go down 1 Jorn for another Fatal Push. And maybe 1 3 Seasons for the Thought Seize? 3 Thought Seize, 3 Fatal Push. Force of Negations, no Wraths. Let's try that. All right, well, we shall see. Yeah, I'm actually like super confused as to what our opponent's deck's doing. No idea. I mean, obviously ramping. But beyond the obvious, could be anything. Could even be a boat. Watch him finish the game with a literal boat and make that like a Sky Sovereign console flagship and make that joke true. That would be the best. Maybe we gotta build a deck that looks incomprehensible so no one knows what's going on and then play the shit. Alright, opponent. Wooded Foothills after some moles. Another Merit Lage Slumber. Well, we'll just play an Ascendant Spirit. Go. I mean, 2 slumbers isn't exciting, but scrying every turn is actually pretty good. And we have so many snow permanents that we usually are scrying every turn, and that doesn't even include scrying sheets, which ironically doesn't exactly scry. Opponent, Trio, and Stomping Grounds, untapped. Growth Spiral time, Ren and 6. Chalice on 1. Well, at least we got the Ascendant Spirit down. Opponent passes. Now we do another one. Let's Polluted Delta, crack it. Snow-covered swamp. Yeah. Do we just grow this, or do we slumber? Yeah, let's slumber. I don't think Ascendant Spirit's gonna go all the way. So let's start scrying. See if we can find some, well, Tree Folk. Yeah, I mean, I guess we get that. It is big. Hit ya. It's also a couple turns away from doing anything, but opponent. The upside of growing, ascending our Ascendant Spirit is, it does get out of Ren and 6 range. All right, so it is a loam deck. Yeah, maybe we're gonna regret not. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe we're gonna regret not, bringing in Graveyard Hate. Let's play Scrying Sheets. Scry. Another Tree Folk? I mean, I guess we're just Tree Folk, Stompy. Go to combat, hit ya. Down to 15. No growing. Instead, we're gonna Scrying Sheets that Tree Folk into our hand. Opponent, sacks Wooded Foothills. Untaps. Now they mill a Ren and 6 at least. Opponent loams back some lands. If this is like Seismic Assault, that could be an issue. Opponent passing. Well, let's Scrying Sheets. Grab the Tree Folk. Untap. Prismatic Vesta. Crack Prismatic Vesta. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Are they gonna Shadow of Doubt this? I think they are. Alright, that is legal. Fair enough. You got us. That actually is pretty brutal, because it means we don't have green mana and these tree folks don't do anything, so, yeah. Well, let's, I guess, level up Ascendant Spirit. Goo attacking. Hit ya. Yeah, that's actually pretty bad for us. We needed that. We actually really needed that land. Opponent goes to 9. Cycles a Tranquil Thicket. What is our opponent's endgame? Opponent. Hilariously, if we just went all in on this Ascendant Spirit, it probably would have won us the game. We didn't really have any way of knowing that, like, 5 turns ago, but if we had done that, it probably would have worked. About it. Loams back some lands. Wooded Foothills. Cracks it down to 8. Well, I mean, opponent's gonna have to do something at some point in the not super distant future, or, I mean, they are down to 8. They don't just have forever. Renin 6. Okay, gets back a land. Opponents pass it. We draw. Narfi. Well, snow-covered island. Scry. Well, I guess we keep the snow-covered island. Ascend. And I think we just hit our opponent. Like, yeah, I mean, hit our opponent. This puts them on a 1-turn clock, so, I mean, just dirtily and loaming isn't going to do it. They need to answer the Ascendant Spirit this turn. Boat it down to 4. Well, let's see if they got an answer. Untaps. Draws. If they find a Seismic Assault, that's got to be what they're doing. If they find a Seismic Assault, it is very likely going to win. The little Ascendant Spirit that could, maybe. About it. Cycles. Well, do they find the Assault? Kind of a weird game with the Chalice and the Shadow of Doubt, but I guess sometimes Ascendant Spirit's good. Well, opponent, they did say Seismic Assault was the payoff they were looking for. Thankfully, they didn't find it, because if they did, it would have beat us. And it is definitely a cool idea. That Shadow of Doubt got us good, but in the end, Ascendant Spirit ascending, too good for Modern, apparently. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, against the odds time, we are Narfying. Sultai Narfi Snow in Modern, and we'll see. 2 Narfis in hand is a little... Ooh, Snow Wars. 2 Narfis in hand is a little awkward, but... Misty Rainforest, yeah. But Merit Legious Slumber can help us dig. 3 Seasons can potentially mill over some lands. Oh boy. Oh, it's combo. Alright. Well, this is probably going to be tough in game 1. Let's see. So we need... Let's get black-green, and then we can get Snow-Covered Island. So get a Woodland Chasm. Opponent. Yeah. Combo piece in the yard. And passes. Well, Prismatic Vesta. Crack it. Snow-Covered Island. 3 Seasons. Go. Okay. I mean, we milled a land, which is good, and a Quaddle. We'll see, though. If our opponent just has their combo, I don't think we can actually win this game. We don't have a main deck answer to Sword of the Meek Thopter Foundry, so... we shall see. Opponent, Snow-Covered Swamp. And, get it for 1. Yeah, hits us. Down to 17. Well, let's get back Quaddle, Snow-Covered Swamp. Hilariously, we can shuffle that Sword of the Meek back into the graveyard if we live long enough. How do we want to do this? Let's play Merit Legious Slumber. I guess this is our main deck hate card. We do need to survive another turn without getting comboed. Metallic Rebuke. Yeah. Well, Polluted Delta. Go. All right. No combo this turn, please. I mean, I guess at the same time they can, if they leave Engineer untapped. If they leave Engineer untapped, they can get back the Sword of the Meek, which isn't ideal. Opponent, please attack. We really need this to shuffle the Sword of the Meek in, or else we're just constantly on this clock of waiting to die. All right, opponent's gonna get it back. Sacks a star. All right, well, I mean, we are firmly in the hope they don't draw at stage of the game. Chromatic Star. Opponent, passing. Well, crack Polluted Delta. Rimewood Falls. Untap. So Slumber, and I guess a fetch land. Snow-Covered Swamp, and I think we just play the Tree Folk. That at least keeps this Engineer tap down for now, and it gives us a clock. Ship the turn. Opponent goes start gaining life. The problem is they're gonna find their combo. So we're on a fast clock, and the clock is, once they can make infinite Thopters, it's gonna be very difficult to win. Opponent, Urza. Alright, that doesn't make things better. We would actually love to find our Wrath here. That would be ideal. About it. Yeah, our Wrath would be nice. That would get rid of the Urzas and such. Well, green, blue, Ice Fang Quaddle. Draw a card. Narfi Part 40. Ascendant Spirit. Go attacking. Oh, but there's an Urza. Yeah, so now if our opponent gets the combo, it is fully infinite. And I think they can get the combo with Inventor's Fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, sack, play. Well, I mean, we'll make them show it, but they should be infinite here. Infinite life, infinite creatures, cannot win. All right, cracks Chromatic Star. Maybe our opponent does not see the line. Oh, they just drew Thopter Foundry. All right, so infinite. We will scoop it up, and we will bring in... I don't actually know if Nile Spellbomb is enough to stop this, unfortunately. So I think we have to Thoughtseize, Force of Negation, and Fatal Push? Something like this, I think, is our best bet. We'll go down a couple of Dead of Winters. We'll go down 1 Narfi. We'll go down a 3 Seasons. Maybe 1 Jorn, 1 Ascendant Spirit, 1 Frostdogger. Something like that. More interaction to try to stop the combo, because our opponent's deck only does one thing, and that one thing is tries to combo. I mean, I guess Urza's the backup plan. It can also just play Urza and win, but its main thing is just trying to combo. Snow-Covered Island and Ascendant Spirit. Go. Opponent. Darkslick Shores. Chromatic Star. Snow-Covered Forest. Ascend. Hit you for 2. Down to 18. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Bobble. And an Emery. Alright, didn't mill any artifacts, which is fine, although I guess they can, like, recast the Bobble. Fetch land to Fatal Push would be solid. Narf. Go to combat. Attack. Hit ya. Down to 16. Frostdogger. Opponent. Snow-Covered Island. Alright, Woodland Chasm. Go. So opponent is going to get a turn with Emery, which... we would prefer them not to, but not much we can do about it. Opponent cracks a Bobble. Bobble, gonna draw. Darkslick Shores. Yeah, I think combo's probably our worst matchup. I think creature decks are probably our best. Opponent makes red mana. Goblin Engineer. Wow. Alright, they had a lot of Goblin Engineers on the top of their deck. Opponent. Recast the Bobble. What do we do about this? Well, now the problem is our opponent actually has 2 ways of getting things back. I guess technically they don't have red mana at the moment. I think we gotta be somewhat aggressive. Let's play Snow-Covered Island and Tree Folk. Tap down Emery. Get in with Ascendant Spirit. Pass the turn. I mean, a 7/7 trample is a card. Land. Alright, no red mana at the moment. So no engineer activation at the moment. Boot it. Alright, has a Thopter Foundry. So combo has been assembled. Opponent's gonna make Thopters. Well, that's bad. Opponent passes. Well, let's... How do we attack? Let's play Coatl. Draw a card. Misty Rainforest. Go to combat. Attack you. Opponent blocks. Takes a beating. Down to 9. Frostdogger. Get a Snow-Covered Swamp. And, yeah, I mean, I guess we crack this. Ice Tunnel. Fatal Push. Emery. Well, we'll see. The problem is our opponent's got their combo set up. Like, that is the issue. If they have Urza, the game ends. If they don't have Urza, well, they have Urza. Alright, well, fair enough. Yeah, infinite combo, probably our worst matchup. Our deck, I think, is probably very good, or at least decent in fair matchups, but against unfair combos, tough sell. Alright, against the odds time, we are snowing in Modern. Playing some, Sultai Narfi Snow Tribal, and, sounds fine. On the play, we'll see. Would be nice if our opponent was playing creatures, but, that would make Dead of Winter better. But we got Merit Lage's Slumber to Scry. Let's just Misty go. We can, get one of our tap dual lands. Opponent untaps. And, elves. Well, good thing we got Dead of Winter. That is our elf deck. We'll see if it's enough. Land or elf. Opponent cracks it. Well, crack Misty. Grab a Woodland Chasm. And, so the quest is going to be to get max value out of this Dead of Winter, or find another one. Snow-Covered Island. Merit Lage's Slumber. Scry. Opponent. Trying to figure out if they can beat a 2020. The answer should be no. They probably can kill Merit Lage's Slumber with, like, Rex Sage or something, but if we actually get a Merit Lage, move over elves. Maybe just the threat of a Merit Lage's Slumber. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough for... Okay, opponent returns. And... oh boy. Opponent's doing their best to rope us. Probably having internet issues, maybe. Alright, opponent has lost connection to the game. We'll see if they return. Alright, looks like our opponent has returned. Probably having internet issues. Alright, Jorn. Yeah, I think we keep Jorn. Jorn's decent. That works with our curve. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, opponent says they lost their internet for a minute, so... unclaimed territory. Untapped. Heritage Druid. I mean, I think we would like our opponent to cast their entire hand here. Or as much as possible. Our Archdruid, because now this Dead of Winter, I mean, it should just be insane, right? This should theoretically basically win us the game. Well, Snow-Covered Forest, Scry, Rimewood falls to the bottom. And, yeah, Dead of Winter. See ya, Elves. 2 cards in hand. Winter has come for the Elves. Nettle Sentinel for our opponent. And Heritage Druid. Sure. Well, I mean, we wouldn't mind another Wrath would be fine. About it. Passes. Yeah, let's just Misty. Crack it. Snow-Covered Island. Scry. Snow-Covered Swamp. I think we go bottom. And then, Tree Folk. Tap down Heritage Druid. Ooh, 3 seasons. Yeah, let's go bottom with that too, actually. Well, we get a 6/6. We pass the turn. Can we stomp the Elves out before they find a way to recover? That's the question about it. Card draw is probably what we're most scared of. Something that just draws our opponent a bunch of cards. Shaman of the Pack. All right, that's fine. So we take 3, but it's not drawing cards. As long as our opponent has no cards in hand, I like the shape we're in. Opponent. Pass it. Well, we will draw Frostdogger. Well, play Frostdogger. Scry. And we're also getting pretty close to Merit Lage. Rimewood falls bottom. Play Jorn. Scry. We will keep another Dead of Winter. That is what we're digging for. That's what we're digging for. I mean, it is some sneaky upside of Merit Lage's Slumber to allow us to scry every turn. I mean, we're in great shape. With another Dead of Winter on top of our deck, I don't think we can lose. We don't even, I guess Collected Company is our opponent's best draw, but we really, at this point, and opponent agrees. And scoops it up. All right, that went pretty well. Well, what do we learn? We learned that Dead of Winter, pretty good. Pretty good Magic card. Against creature decks, it is just absurd. It is so absurd. All right, so opponent's playing Elves. Let's go down a couple of 3 seasons. A Jorn and a Narfi, I think, and bring in as much removal for Elves as possible. I mean, Dead of Winter is the key card. Like, if we can Dead of Winter on time, it's gonna be very good for us. We'll keep this. No Dead of Winter, but we have a Fatal Push in the meantime. Opponent. Llanowar Elves. And passes. Well, Snow-Covered Swamp and Fatal Push it. Go. Save us, Yargle. Opponent. Elvish Mystic. And, well, Polluted Delta, crack it. Snow-Covered Island. Still gonna need to hit more removal. Like, there are ways that we lose to this, for sure. I think what we most want is to hit a Dead of Winter. It's always a Dead of Winter. Fatal Push and Aether Gust are also good, but we just want to draw as much removal as possible. Nettle Sentinel. We got the Heritage Druid? Alright, we do. Well, Dead of Winter, please, Magic Gods. About it. Passes. Land. Well, that's not great. Play Ascendant Spirit. Prismatic Vesta, so we can thin the deck. Ooh, but no Dead of Winter. That's our secret sauce. Opponent's got lots of mana now. Draws another land. Well, we'll see. We'll see how much damage they can do with... They should be able to play everything in their hand. Shaman of the Pack. Yeah, drains us a bit. It's going to depend on what is in our opponent's hand. So opponent hits us down to 50. Taps everything. Realm Walker. Okay, that's some card draw for the future. Boy, we want a Dead of Winter. We really want a Dead of Winter. Yeah. Realm Walker on Elf. All right, about it. Please attack us. Does not. Well, we'll crack. Snow-Covered Forest. Come on, Dead of Winter. Come on, Dead of Winter. Ascend. We've drawn a lot of lands. Oh, still a lot of lands. Yeah, I am assuming we're probably dead now. Pass the turn. Yeah, this game we have just flooded. Max Flood. About it. Elvish Mystic. Now our opponent can cast their hand and their deck, essentially, which is not good. We might have one more turn to draw Dead of Winter. We'll see. About it. Taps their elves. Ooh, alright. Well, now we might just be dead immediately. Shaman of the Pack. Down to 7. Opponent. Taps some elves. Yeah. Choke. Alright, that's good. That is good. About it. Yeah, Choke's actually really good against us. Taps a bunch of elves. Azuri. Alright, well, this is it. Either we draw Dead of Winter this turn or we lose. If we draw Dead of Winter this turn, we win. If we draw anything except Dead of Winter, we lose. Well, let's see what happens. Opponent asks us please not to Wrath. Well, I mean, this is it. 4 out of 47. We have gotten a lot of lands out of the way, but there's also a lot of other cards we could draw. Well, let's Ascend. Not that it really matters. It's all about this one top deck, which is... Oh my god, it's actually Dead of Winter. Oh, the luck of the snow. Wow! Whoa! The Magic Gods reward their snowy friends. 4 out of 47. Opponent draws a land. And now Narfster gets to come down. Actually, wait. How many snow permanents do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The problem is if we Narfi, then we can't slumber. You know what? Let's just Narfi. I think Narfi's enough. Plus, it was the card we're built around. Night King has arrived. Go to combat. Hit ya. Down to 8. And that, wow. Well, we got lucky. There's no other way to say it. Like, our opponent had us super dead if we did not top deck one specific card. And thankfully we did, and we won. But yeah. Alright, Shaman of the Pack. Sure. Down to 6. Well, Woodland Chasm, go to combat, attack with everything. Opponent must chump Narfi just to stay alive. Wait, can we pump this? Yes. All right. Pump. I guess it doesn't matter because we can pump again. Ascendant Spirit. Whew. Snow power. Snow luck. Snow way. Well, that was timely. That was a very timely Dead of Winter, and it goes to show the power of Dead of Winter against creature decks for sure. Well, that was obviously lucky, but we did get to see Narfi close out the game, and Dead of Winter against creature decks. That is a reason to put a lot of snow cards in your deck because, good God, is that card busted? Well, sweet. So what did we learn this week about Sultai, Narfi, Snow, and Modern? And the deck was amazing. Like, it actually worked really well. We went 4-1 in our 5 matches. We did end up losing to Wurza, which, kind of a tough matchup. I think if you look at our main deck, the idea of this deck is our main deck is focused on being really good against creature decks, which we saw twice against 2 different elf players. Oh, those poor elf players. We got them good. We got them real good with Dead of Winter. So we're focused on creature decks in the main deck, and then the idea is, if we run into spell-based combo, if we run into control, we can take out Fatal Pushes, we take out Dead of Winters, bring in Thought Seizes, bring in Force Negations, and hopefully that's enough to swing the matchups at Game 2 or Game 3. But the deck actually felt surprisingly competitive. Like, all of our cards just work together really well. Merit Lage's Slumber, we never quite got a Merit Lage, although we did threaten it, and that was enough to end some games. And just scrying every turn is really powerful, especially with scrying sheets in Frost Augur, in all these cards that can draw snow cards from the top of our deck. We can scry like fetch lands out of the way, and then when Frost Augur is just draw a card every turn, that's an absurd 1-drop. Ascendant Spirit was really good in some matchups. Yes, it does get Fatal Push, so there is a downside. Abominable Tree Folk, we played it once, like 2 years ago when it first came out, and it was really impressive, and it was again really impressive. It's just so big and so tramply. Jorn was sweet. We didn't do a ton with it, but we got some good untapped turns. The backside was helpful. So essentially, the deck is just really synergistic. It felt surprisingly strong. Yeah, I think it struggles most against like unfair combo decks and probably hardcore control decks, but I think the deck might actually be good. So, I don't know. It might be that winter is actually coming to Modern and that snow could actually be a thing. Like, I kind of want to keep working on and playing this deck because it felt just really solid. It's very synergistic. We've reached the point where we have a critical mass of snow cards, so you don't have to like throw in some non-snow cards. It's not like we're snow, but then, oh, we gotta play Tarmogoyf because we need a threat or Death Shadow or something. We can do everything exclusively with snow cards outside of like Fatal Pushes and our fetch lands, and the deck actually works and synergizes really well. Every card is powering up every other card. In the end, it actually felt really good. So that's Narfi, Sultai, Snow. That's been our Against the Odds for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Did you enjoy today's Sultai, Narfi, Snow Against the Odds? Well, make sure to check out last week's episode where we played some 5-color bears in Modern.